Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's 10, that's morning for me. Welcome on, say hi if you're on. I'm trying to get this thing placed perfectly. All right, so I have been trained for quite a while, especially around lives and social media, to have a set time every week so that people can get used to when you're going live so they don't miss it. But also so they know which day to look for the replay. So I don't know why I resisted that for so long. I think because I've done 14-day challenges, but I think as humans, well, for me especially, when I say I'm going to do something, then I really, really do want to complete that. I don't want to just talk about it. Come on and say hi. Welcome on. But a lot of times, like, we end up just being these smoke blowers because we don't do what we say we want to do, right? So this will be an interesting time for me. I love 10 o'clock. I don't know that it's great for everyone else. I'll probably do for sure every Monday at 10 a.m. Mountain. But then I will probably work on trying to do one on Thursday in the evening or so, but I'm not going to set it in stone. That will probably be set for guests and stuff like that. So if you have any desire to be on a guest live with me Monday at 10, hey girl, then send me a message. Send me a message and say, hey, I'd love to be on a live. Even if you don't even know what we talk about, I got subjects. We can talk about many, many subjects. So I'm all about empowering women and just giving them value, hopefully. And the way I feel like I do that is by getting with God in the morning. So my goal is to never give value from a place of myself. It's to give value from what I have learned and gone through and have created in my life, from a space of childlike learning. Like, seriously, even the spinning around on the floor like a child. So every morning it's a huge priority for me to get some quiet time. The boys are in school now, so man, I gotta say I'm starting to question if I do have a lot of introverted qualities now, because I've called myself an extrovert for a very, very long time. So, but I've heard there's descriptions of an extroverted introvert, something like that. Hey, Cindy. So this will be a cool time frame because I will actually have already had connection and like gotten rid of self before I get on a live. And I want to talk to you about this book I'm reading. I am going to probably keep it in my devotional pile. And what I mean by that is I have 4 devotionals, including this one, that I read through. Not all of them have dates. So the cool thing is that I get a lot of confirmations out of the readings that I read, which is really quite fantastic. So I want to talk to you guys about this book. It's called Draw the Circle. The Circle Maker is Mark Batterson's book around dreaming and setting huge, huge dreams. And that is the book that actually got me to get in the space of creating the ranch project and actually manifesting that. So I do believe in huge dreams and setting your course on them. Now, that was a 7-year dream before that even came to fruition. So I know that's the part of our humanness that goes, I'm good. I'm not that patient. And it was quite the journey. But the whole time getting prepared for it were things and qualities that I needed in order to be successful in that venture. And obviously in the venture, I learned even huge amounts of things about myself. If you've never been in the hospitality business, I highly suggest you giving it a whirl in some capacity, because you will really find out on a level of serving humans that are sometimes not grateful for anything you do, and then humans that are extremely grateful for what you do. So it's a constant ebb and flow of people pleasing, possibly. And for me, it was me getting rid of the people pleaser that's never gonna please that one person or this person. But what about the 150 people that came to the wedding that was there? Can I just settle into that being good enough? Or do I keep focusing on that one person and trying to please them? So today I really was thinking about some people in my realm, in my past, that I have yet to figure out how to please. And even when I've reached out several times, trying to just like move forward in a great space, and it doesn't shift anything. And so there's still that like, what do I need to do? At some point you got to say, you know what, this is a relationship that's not moving forward, because two people have to move a relationship forward, correct? And so if someone's all of a sudden not interested in moving the relationship forward, what can you do? So for me, I feel like if I can come from a place of, hey, I want to correct anything that's happened, because I feel like our relationship isn't in order anymore, or moving forward or growing, and I've done my part, then eventually I have to release that person. I have to release that person from my space, because then it becomes a huge addiction to people pleasing. And people pleasing, when you're in that space, hey guys, thanks for coming on. When you're in the people pleasing space, you literally will never please that person. Like, it's so, should I say even sinful? Like, to be in this space where you are trying to please a human. That's when you get to give up. Hey guys, great to see you guys on here. That's when you get to give up all that need, because what is that need for? It's that I want to be right, that something's wrong and I must have done something wrong, so therefore I need to take care of it, right? So if you've done all the steps and you are coming across a human being in your life, which, by the way, being in community with human beings is really how you test how you're doing in the world, because it's easy to go off in the woods and not have any community with any humans. It's a totally different beast when you start having a relationship with humans, and you're never gonna please every human in the world. So why try? But it's the ones that get in close, and then you can feel them separating from you. And that's when you have to say, okay, cool, our friendship was for a time, and I'm not going to make it mean anything about me. The biggest thing I got about that when I was journaling this morning was, well, not only was Jesus, like, disowned by, I mean, he was literally put on the cross when he did not do anything wrong. So his own friends and family betrayed him. So when you come down to it, it's like this person that is causing this angst in you or discomfort in you is oh my gosh, I try and ignore the comments, but I'm just like so you have to release people, guys, period. Or else, my favorite quote that I actually wrote and it is, I think it's probably my life quote, being the people pleaser that I am, is when I focus on you and what's not going well and what you're not doing and what I think you should be doing or anything, our relationship's out of order, then I don't have to focus on my damn goals. That makes me incredibly focused on something else besides what I'm supposed to be doing, what I'm called to be doing. So I want to take you guys into this book. So it's Draw the Circle. So this is, he's written several books, but this is the counterpart to a book he wrote, Circle Maker, a long time ago. And then this 40-day journal or prayer challenge came out. I don't know when it came out, but it's been nuts for me to read this morning. So, I want to read this. Well, unless I just lose my place and then I don't know where I am. So that's helpful. Anyway, talk amongst yourself. Okay, here we go. Check this out. This totally kicked my butt. Hey guys, welcome on. I wonder how many of our prayer requests are within our own power to answer. Yet we ask God to do what we can do ourselves. And then we wonder why God doesn't respond. Maybe it's because God won't do for us what we can do for ourselves. This is brutal, you guys. God isn't honored by prayers that are within the realm of human possibility. God is honored when we ask him to do what is humanly impossible, because that way he gets the glory, right? So there are some things we don't need to pray about. We don't need to pray about loving our neighbors. We need to just go love our neighbors. We don't need to pray about giving generously or serving sacrificially. We don't need to pray about blessing someone when it is in our power to do so. We don't have to pray about turning the other cheek or going the extra mile. God has already spoken on those subjects. There comes a moment when praying becomes a form of spiritual procrastination. It's time to stop praying and start acting. Quit praying about the program and fill out the application. Quit praying for the friend you hurt and make a phone call. Don't just complain to God about your coworker, circle them in prayer, and don't just pray for missionaries, write a check. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is anyone still on? Oh my gosh. This book is so fantastic to get you out of your getting you out of yourself, basically. So like one of my prayers is always, God, you're my provider. Please provide, that kind of thing. But it's also, there's a quote in here he says quite a bit is, work as if it depends on you and pray as if it depends on God. So I've switched my prayers recently to, Lord, help this have favor on it. Help me have favor with the people I'm serving so that it can be a total win for them and me financially. Hey guys. So I just wanted to encourage you today. That was a complete butt kicker. Definitely go back and watch if you came on late, guys. Talking about Draw the Circle book, what today was about. So what can you take on yourself? Is there a relationship that you've been praying for a very long time that you could make a call and take care of that? Or is there something like you're really procrastinating by praying instead of acting? He also says in here, the book of Acts is an action. I was like, okay. All right, so here's another thing. I started a traveling library. And I am an avid reader. Now that I'm not working 60 hours a week, and I'm so in love with reading. So when I wake up, I get into reading, I get into a space that's moving me forward, and I do personal development that moves me forward in business. So then I'm rocking. By 10 o'clock, I'm rocking with my day. I'm super adamant that I do not schedule anything before 10 a.m. Mountain. Not so I can sleep until 10 a.m. So I can have that space to get grounded in who I am and what I'm doing in this world. The second part is I've purchased books for probably 25 years, and I have a bookshelf to show it, and I haven't read, most of the books. Now, this was a year ago, but I've already read, I think, 15 books this year. So my goal is to read these books. I bought them at some time in my lifetime, and someone suggested it or someone gave it to me because it's an awesome book. So I have a traveling library. This is the book I'm about to finish. It's called Beautiful Things Happen When a Woman Trusts God, and it's by Sheila Walsh. And I got it at Women of Faith probably 10 years ago, and I'm just now reading it. That's why I'm not super attached to who buys my book, what did they get out of it? What does it mean about me if they liked it or didn't like it? I don't even go there with my book. It's like, this was completed because I felt like I was supposed to complete it as a part of my legacy. And God's in charge of whose hands it gets in and when they actually read it. Because I bought this 10 years ago and I'm just now reading it. It's crazy. So what's in my traveling library? I am fully committed to not moving my books around too much longer. So I've already probably moved 40 to 50 books out of my bookshelf. This one girl just got engaged and had a bridal shower. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give her all these books, these amazing books that I've received over the years around marriage and relationships. Because I'm not in a marriage right now, and I'd rather have her have these glorious books, and hopefully they move her forward and support her. So what's the traveling library? Unless this book is like my top 10 and it's underlined and highlighted, the whole thing, and yes, I have to feel books. I want the book in front of me. Then I'm going to send it on. And so whoever messages me first, I will send this book to you for free. What I request of you is I'm going to sign it and say when I read it and where I'm from, Monument, Colorado. And then I'm going to send to you, and then you're going to read it whenever you feel like it's good for you to read. And then you're going to sign it and send it on. Because I just think that's a cool idea. They don't need to be sitting on my bookshelf unless it's for sure a book that needs to move through my life again. And those books are high. Like, to beat out The Shack, it's got to be a pretty dang good book. So I would love for you to message me if you'd like this book, and I will let you know if it's you. I am about 20 pages out, and I'd love to send it on to the next person. The other thing I do when I'm reading is I create my own memes. The photos with a quote on them. That has been so much fun for me because I'm actually really, really reading the books and taking them in on a different level. So I encourage you guys to definitely follow me by C first or whatever that looks like. You can always change it if I become a person that's not supporting you. I definitely want you to choose into value. And if I'm not being valuable to you where you're at in life, then awesome. Change that setting. But I have every single morning a deep quote from the reading that I'm doing. I love being able to give those, and I love that I don't have to like use other people's stuff. I mean, it is their quotes, but it's my art piece that I created. So pass those along, share them, whatever you got to do. The more exposure I get, the more value I am creating to the world. And that's why I love Facebook. So 10 o'clock Mountain every Monday is going to be my gig for my lives. And who knows what comes up. If you want to be a guest, definitely message me. If it's your very first live, I will walk you through it and we will just have a fun time. Because both of us can create value. Every single human being has value to give the world. So, love you guys. If you came in late, definitely watch the replay. And this was a good morning, a good butt-kicking morning. So, have a blessed day and talk to you soon.